Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to discuss on the latest developing stories. We start with this transfer report claiming that Xavi could push Barcelona yet again to attempt a summer move for this 60 million rated midfielder who plays for Real Sociedad, Martin Zubimendi. We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. Secondly, talking on this other report claiming that Barca are considering bringing back this on loan defender next season to replace Marcos Alonso. We are also going to be discussing more on that. So guys, as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. With Sergio Busquets leaving Barcelona during the summer transfer window, the club were in need of signing a new pivot midfielder to fill the void created. And it is no secret that manager Xavi Hernandez had the name of Real Sociedad midfielder Martin Zubimendi at the top of his wish list. However, the Spaniard opted to stay put and sign a new contract with Sociedad, as he desired to play Champions League football with the Basque club. As such, after looking at several other options that included Joshua Kimmich and Marcelo Brozovic, Barca ended up signing Oriol Romeo. Despite bringing in Romeo, Barcelona planned on investing in a new pivot midfielder in 2024. The idea is to have two players for every position on the pitch, something that is not the case with the defensive midfield slot in the current roster. Plus, with Romeo not getting any younger and his form also declining in recent games, the need for a new midfielder to cover for and compete with him has risen. As such, the La Liga champions intend to sign a new pivot, even though reports claim that Barca wants to make an addition in January. Finances will not permit such a move, and the operation will have to wait until the summer. Of course, and as per Ferran Couriers of Sport, Xavi Hernandez could once again push Barcelona to try and sign Martin Zubimendi from Real Sociedad. Even though the Spaniard signed a new contract with La Real, he opted to keep the value of his release clause intact at 60 million euros. And considering how much Xavi appreciates and admires the midfielder, he will once again ask Barcelona to try and rope him in as the long-term solution for the defensive midfield position. With Zubimendi now having played in the Champions League with Sociedad, he might even be receptive to the idea of moving on to the next challenge in his career. However, as has been the case in the recent past, much will depend on Barcelona's financial fair play situation, as it will dictate their spending power in the markets. Of course, here we go again. Xavi Hernandez still obsessed with Martin Zubimendi. Now let's talk about the DM. The DM position still continues to be, I don't know. It comes as a headache because up to now we can't boast of saying that we have a DM. We, after everything, trying to get a lot of players as targets last summer, we saw that the lack of finances was a handicap for us, signing a 3.5 million rated DM in this Oriol Romeo of a guy who started the season, I think, fairly well. But of course, I think we are seeing the fact that he's not consistent. His performances lately have been so poor. And the worst thing is there's no backup to him. Xavi Hernandez brought just him, and he's already 32 years old. And of course, that makes it even more urgent for Barca to start digging their heels and see how they can get a new DM. Honestly, now the thing is, I don't just know because if we really want to get a DM right, we need a younger person. And of course, all the younger people are more they will not come cheap. They will be so expensive. We know that it is no secret that Martin Zubimendi of Sociedad is the biggest, in fact, is Javi's most loved DM now, his biggest wish. But how possible? Because we know for sure that if Barca had to sign this guy, if the money was there to trigger everything, it could have been done ever since. It could have been done ever since. So Barca had to abandon him and go for cheaper alternatives. So we're linked with uncountable DMs. We quite remember, right? Marcelo Brozovic. I mean, I can't count Sofian Amrabat. Many of them were linked. Barca had to go but just for the cheapest and the most affordable because they don't have the money to get what they wanted, right? So, so that notwithstanding, it haven't changed the fact that Zubimendi still remains on Javi's wish list. Then on to the final story of discussion. Barcelona lost two of their best players ever in the summer window as Sergio Busquets and Alba left the club after more than a decade of service each, joining Inter Miami on a free transfer. Xavi and co went on a worldwide hunt to replace the former, who had etched his legacy as one of the, if not the greatest defensive midfielder to ever grace the game. However, with financial cuffs and their risk, they could only end up signing a certain Oriol Romeo from Girona for 3.5 million. As for Alba, Alejandro Balde had already taken his place in the starting lineup last season, but has failed to mirror his compatriots' incredible output. In fact, last season alone, Alba had 2 goals and 3 assists despite only playing 24 league games, out of which he started just 14. He also created 12 big chances in that duration. While Barca fully trusts Barde to be a starter under Xavi, they want to sort out his backup situation. Currently, Marcos Alonso is covering for him as second choice, but no one is convinced with his performances, including the fans. As such, Barcelona are considering integrating Alex Valle into the first team squad starting next summer, as per a report by Mundo Deportivo. Currently on loan at Levante, Valle is a La Masia graduate that was competing with Bade in the youth levels for a place. He was even part of the Barcelona preseason squad in the United States of America, while Bade was injured. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.